What is up, y'all? You are listening to the World of WWE podcast. I am Ant, and I'm joined by my friends here.
Le Champion, Macho Man Dan. Dig it.
And Latino he Carlos.
And today you are checking out our Monday Night Raw, January 24th, 2022 episode recap. And Raw is live from Toledo, Ohio. Never heard of Toledo. I mean, I've heard of Toledo, but I've never been in Ohio, so pretty interesting. But anyway, so we start off with the weigh-in, and Bobby Lashley comes down, and then Paul Heyman comes out and introduces Brock Lesnar, who is sporting a cowboy hat, and Bobby weighs in at 270 pounds, and MVP says 273 pounds of lightning that Brock Lesnar will contend with at the Royal Rumble, right? And I think if I'm correct, Brock Lesnar was 285 pounds. And Bobby tells Brock Lesnar that Brock is acting like a fool. This will be the shortest title run in your career. And that's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Brock then says after the Royal Rumble, if Bobby Lashley wins, he will be the new reigning defending undisputed WWE champion Bobby Who. Then he drops the mic and walks off. So my question for you two is, do we think Brock Lesnar is slighting Bobby Lashley smart? So do we think that it's a smart idea for Brock Lesnar to basically overlook Bobby Lashley at the Royal Rumble?
No, I don't think it's a smart idea.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm just answering your question.
Well, why?
That's all I really thought about it. But
Why do you think it's not smart? Do you think that Bobby Lashley is...
well, all right. Look, as much as I hate him, but all right. No, that's a strong word. No, all right. I dislike his character. I think it's getting old. I think we need something different. But that's me.
Wait, who?
I don't think it's a smart idea to overlook him, though.
I think
Because
Bobby.
he beat Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre beat Brock in, what, a few minutes? Something that, like, it took Roman Reigns years to do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if Bobby Lashley can beat a person who does that, I mean, shit, he has some pretty good wins under his belt.
Mm. Okay. All right. He does. How about you, Carlos?
I think it's very unsmart of Lesnar to overlook Bobby Lashley. But yeah, he should. But there was this moment when Corey Graves told Brock to like take off his clothes, and then Brock was like, "Do you want me to get undressed for you?"
Oh, yeah. We did do that. Yeah.
But,
I kind of like this.
He's definitely overlooking him. Or how do you say that? Overlooking him?
No, you're right. Yep, he's overlooking him.
Yes.
I agree. I think what I do like about this match is that because we've never seen it before, it's fresh and new, so I'm kind of excited to see it. Bobby Lashley, even back in 2005, like he was almost like a Goldberg. He came out, dominated, did the handicap matches, and then he disappeared for years, dominated in TNA, Impact, and then he came back over to WWE. So he's really dominated everywhere he went. He actually, when he was in TNA, he held every single TNA title at the same time. So Bobby Lashley was dominant, except for obviously the women's title, Impact Knockout Championship. But yeah, so Brock Lesnar, I mean, he asked him, what did you do when you left for a couple of years? Well, that's what he did. So I do think he is overlooking Bobby Lashley. All right, next up, we have this WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, Queen Zelina, who frequently checks out our stories. Hello. It's me you're looking for. Sorry, I have a sick issue, but yeah. Anyways, so Queen Zelina taking on the EST Bianca Belair, and this is a pretty quick match. I think we talked about this before. I don't know if it was off air or on air about how it seems like they're going back to like the Diva era with like the matches for the women being like 2 minutes. But this was a very quick match, and Bianca lands a KOD to get the win. My question is, what is next for the EST? in our Royal Rumble prediction episode, which is up there, we obviously she's in the match. You know, I don't know if we really predicted her to win, but what do you think is next for her? Do you think she will get a title shot, or do you think she's just going to go back to just being mid card?
I mean, she's already won the Rumble. She's already main evented and won at WrestleMania. I mean, should they be? If they do it twice, that's just a really stupid move.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think is next?
I'm not saying she should go to mid card, but like she could stay like top card, just like not be champion. A lot of like guys do, and a lot of women have done that in the past. So.
Yep. Okay. All right. And how about you, Carlos?
We're asking about Bianca Belair, right?
Yeah. What's next for her?
She's in the Royal Rumble tonight, so yeah, but she's on fire right now. It's just I don't know what's like next for her, but I guess just keep winning matches. I don't know.
Okay. All right. For me, I think
like there's nothing wrong with her. Like
there's nothing wrong with her. I think
just keep doing what she's doing.
She had her year last year, and I think this will be a year where she kind of takes a little step back.
Becky kind of made her lose her mojo.
Yep, and then especially if there's new people returning and people, coming back. She had a great year. Maybe at the end of the year she might make a come up again, but I think that, she'll have a decent showing in the Rumble. Also, don't forget Liv Morgan is still creeping up. She's still, the fans still love her. So that, I feel like she's been kind of overlooked in all of this. But anyways, next up we have the WWE US Championship on the line. The US Champion Damian Priest defending against Kevin Owens. And this is a pretty decent match. Kevin Owens jumped off the apron with a senton. Damian ends up getting his legs up, though, so he's able to counter that. And then he nails a choke slam on the apron to Kevin Owens. KO lands a tornado DDT off the apron, and then a swanton to a 2 count. And then KO rolls up Damian Priest, but holding him tights 2 count. And then he attacks Kevin Owens in the corner, leading to a disqualification win for Kevin Owens. So my question for you guys is Damian Priest's character likable anymore? Are we starting to feel like, okay, he's getting disqualified? Are we liking this gimmick?
I mean, I think they're doing the gimmick all wrong, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. It's just they're not playing his cards right. Is he even the U.S. champion anymore?
He is. Yeah, he just defended the title. He got disqualified.
I don't know. They just haven't really been. I haven't seen him on TV too much. I mean,
well, he's been on every week, Dan. He
mean, like he should have more time, is what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, really, a disqualification for the U.S. I don't know. Yeah. I don't see them playing the card right. That's all.
How about you, Carlos?
I spoke about this last week on Raw. Yeah, no, I'm not really a fan. There was nothing wrong with Damian Priest's character before this. He's that I'm not really a fan of like this, like he keeps getting disqualified gimmick, like this whole like angry, like the Damian side of him. I'm not. Yeah, I was more in depth about it last week, but yeah, I'm not really a fan of it either.
Gotcha. Yeah, same here. I mean, like everything has become a gimmick now, Damian Priest. Damian obviously being the devil.
What are they gonna do next? Name him just Damian?
Yep. The Omen, Damian is the devil. But the thing is, like, I get it, like he has this little like snapping fest, but if you're a champion and you keep getting disqualified, people are gonna start to discredit you, and I feel like they're just doing that with him and he's kind of becoming an afterthought, but who knows, maybe he'll be able to change it up. I mean in AEW, or not AEW, sorry, in NXT, he was,
there we go.
Freudian slip. In NXT, he was pretty much just this like badass sort of like, dude. So, but anyways, all right. Next up, we have Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and the 24/7 champion Dana Brooke against Nikki Almost a Superhero, the women's tag team champion Carmella, and Tamina. I did not understand this 6-woman tag match because why is Carmella involved in this? Like she's the women's tag team champion. Her partner is Queen Zelina. She didn't come out with her earlier. Why in the world? What happened?
I didn't really care about this match.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent, quick, quite decently quick match. I mean, I would say not Ronda Rousey, blah blah blah. Rhea Ripley applies her, I don't know what it's called, but it's a like cool submission, and Carmella taps out really fast. After the match, Nikki, almost a superhero, nails Rhea Ripley in the back and then
You,
leaves
you
her.
know something? This match reminded me of like the Divas era.
Hmm.
For some
Yeah,
reason.
I agree with you. So my question for you both is: will Rhea Ripley get vengeance against Nikki in the Royal Rumble match?
More than likely. I mean, it's WWE.
Yeah. Okay. How about you? I love the
Yeah,
enthusiasm.
I agree with Dan.
Hey,
Yeah,
I got to be right down to the point, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. And you agree with Dan, Carlos?
yeah.
Yeah. I think, I would like, what I would like to see if, now that she's starting to heal, if her superhero costume could be a bit more like darker and a bit more, you know what I'm
She
Yeah,
could
no,
be a
saying?
super
I've been
villain
waiting
instead
for
of a
that thing.
superhero.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question. If she's a heel now, does that mean her thing's going to be go from ASH to almost ASV? Almost a super villain.
Well, the problem with her is her character is that she's trying to say that, like, oh, I know you love me. I'm a superhero. Like, she's walking down the ring saying, "Thank you, fans. Thank you." So, like, she's playing like she's a heel, but she's playing off like she's a superhero. She's just saying that people don't understand what it's like to be a superhero and have enemies. So she's playing the character of, I'm not bad. I'm good. I just people don't understand me because I'm a superhero. But I get what you're saying. It would be cooler if she was a supervillain. But there is a show called The Boys, and it's about superheroes who are basically evil. And, that would be cool if she was more into the character and did more dastardly things instead of attacking from behind. Like, if she took out Rhea Ripley with a chair, like, damn. But, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have the academic decathlon between the Alpha Academy and Arcade Bro, and I bet Carlos loved this segment.
It was funny as fuck.
Yeah. So Chad says this will be a triad of events, which is for all the idiots that don't know. He says 3 in the coming weeks. These events will prove Alpha Academy's athletic and genius. His protege Otis will decimate Arcade Bro into mental submission. And Alpha Academy will be in the Royal Rumble match, they announced. Arcade Bro come out, and tonight is a spelling bee challenge, and the winner will make the challenge for next week. Otis spells Emmental. Riddle has to spell calibration, and this is funny because he talks about calibrating when he is weighing stuff like ounces, and if you are a weed smoker, you might weigh.
Oh, that's what he was referring to?
Yeah, like when you're weighing, like
Oh
when you
my
have a scale and you're weighing your pot.
god.
Yeah,
Yo. So
yeah.
my predictions were right. Riddle is a fucking smoker.
Duh, that's his whole character. You didn't know that?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's all he
man.
is he's just high.
Just like last week
But
when we said,
I would say that he would be coming high to work. You think he come? I don't think so. But
no, it's his character. He's
Yeah.
even Randy Orton made a joke into that he hangs out with Riddle because Riddle has the best strand,
oh, shit.
whatever. And then also last week, Riddle said that being in the Royal Rumble match, they're gonna light it up.
La-di-da,
Light it up.
la-di-da,
So then, Chad has to spell the word disillusion, but he ends up spelling a different word, so he gets the point wrong.
A guy with the 4.0 GPA. Whoa.
Yep. And then Chad starts snapping, and Randy tells Chad to take a seat. Randy has to spell dumbbell. He gets it right, so RK Bro win. And then
I was waiting for one of them from either Chad Gable or Otis to say, Riddle, you're a dumbbell. I was waiting for somebody to call somebody a dumbbell. That whole
Stupid.
time.
So then Randy challenges Chad Gable to a match. And
Gotta learn to speak proper, Anthony.
I guess so. And he says he's going to beat Chad Gable with the, top most 3-letter dangerous letters in WWE RKO. Okay. So my question for you guys was, did we like the academic decathlon?
Nope. I thought it was very stupid and a waste of time, honestly. I didn't really understand the point of the entire thing anyways. Oh, I'm smarter. It's not about... Yeah, sure, a little bit of it is about smarts in wrestling, but no, most of it is about how you handle yourself in the ring and how tough you are and all that shit. No one really cares if you can spell a word correctly.
Okay.
I'm just saying, that was like the really stupid. Like, you can honestly tell how the creative team is just like trying to think of something to do to create time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, Carlos, what do you think?
Well, I loved it. I thought it was great entertainment, and we got a good match out of it.
Okay. All right. For me, we've seen this in WWE history going back to 1990 with the Genius character, where there's these really smart, Dean Douglas in 1995. He was a school teacher. You have a lot of characters. Damien Sandow, a sort of professional, act, like they have these sort of things where these characters are, larger than life and, intelligent, whatever. So I understand them doing it because, that's their character. They're Alpha Academy. They're an academy, university. They're smart, but they're also athletic. But I know Carlos found it funny. I thought it was, it was what it was. I'm excited. Well, not excited, but I'm looking forward, I guess, to see what next week's challenge is. But to the match, it was a pretty decent match. A lot of people enjoyed it.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a
why
lot
I
of
said
stuff.
we got a good match out of it.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Chad Gable lands a moonsault. Randy Orton lands a DDT with Chad Gable's feet on the ropes that he normally does. Otis takes out Riddle outside of the ring. And then Randy Orton goes for a punt, but then Chad Gable applies an ankle lock. Riddle attacks Otis with a scooter, and then Randy lands an RKO to get the win. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, next week, it's just sort of like a, plan for next week. I have a feeling the Alpha Academy might one-up RK Bro next week, but I guess, we'll see what happens. Yeah. All right, so now Alexa Bliss is back with her doctor, and she talks about how when she was a little, girls were mean to her. She's sort of an outcast and she was bullied. So she got Lily and became friends with her, and all those mean girls disappeared and stopped bothering her. And that's how Lily and Alexa became friends. So I wrote here my questions. It's not a question. It says, "Come on, Alexa, become the goddess." What do you guys think?
Patience.
Do you guys think she needs to become the goddess, or do we need to keep seeing this character?
It's kind of hard because like the character could be something if it just wasn't so much like the Fiend was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if they changed it just a little and it didn't surround a doll, maybe it could be something so much better. It could even be something like maybe the female Undertaker or something. I don't know. I'm just like saying it could be so much better if they did it right. And they're not doing it right.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Carlos, do you mind if I just say my opinion really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just quick thought. So my only thing with it, and I don't know, Dan, you kind of just made me think of something, is that like with Alexa Bliss's character, you never like saw her as being bullied. She was always the bully, right?
Yeah.
So okay, two things. For me, it's hard because it's like there was never a mention of Lily before this storyline, right? There was never a mention of her being picked on or overcoming adversity, really. She just, was a bitch throughout her run. She was the goddess, right? But then another person can look at it and say, well, bullies, mean people, do mean things, people who get picked on might pick on or hurt people, she might have been upset and over the years became friends with Lily, and Lily sort of helped her get this mean streak, and she never mentioned Lily because maybe she felt like she didn't need to. There needs to be an explanation as to what happened.
Yeah.
How about you, Carlos?
I'm just going along with it right now. We're only 2 weeks in. So it's like this could lead to something something way different than what we're seeing right now. This could lead to like a whole new character for her. Who knows?
Okay.
Like, but yeah, we're only 2 weeks in. Like, just like I'm just going with this, see what happens.
Going with the flow. Going with the flow.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't want to rush anything because anything rushed is not good.
Okay.
If you rush things, it never turns out good most of the time.
I just feel like here's my question too. You know, because right now her segments are backstage, why haven't they done this weeks ago? You know, like it's not like she needs to be in the ring. If they're just doing backstage segments, they could have been doing this since the beginning of January and then have her show up in the Rumble. They're doing it like what, 2 weeks before the Rumble? Like I don't know.
I don't think they're planning to have her in the Rumble match.
Well, I thought didn't Dan pick her?
I did.
I mean,
I think they're planning on doing it, and I think they'll have her come out and be like insane or something. I don't know.
Okay.
yeah,
I said, my prediction was completely out of left field. They might not have her in the Rumble. Hell, Anthony's pick might not even be in the Rumble. We don't know.
Sure. Okay, moving on. So we see Vince McMahon backstage with Austin Theory, and Austin tells Vince he will win the Royal Rumble match, and he asks him, you know, can you give me a spot number, you know, in the end, you know, in the Rumble? Can you give me like maybe 27, 29? And he's like, I have no. He's like, what makes you think I have any say in the numbers that get picked? And he says that, you know, he better be AJ Styles and come back with a nice selfie. So now we know that Theory has a plan to take out Styles. So now we have the match, AJ Styles versus Austin Theory. This is a pretty good match. AJ lands a plancha to Austin Theory outside. Austin Theory lands a really cool suplex. I couldn't describe it really, but it was cool when you saw it. AJ sent hard into the turnbuckle. Theory lands a dropkick, kicking AJ Styles off the top rope to the outside of the ring. Styles lands an inverted DDT, and then AJ lands a really cool arm suplex that he turns into a brain buster. Theory lands a standing blockbuster, 2 count. AJ lands a beautiful Pele kick, and then he applies the calf crusher, but then Theory grabs the ropes. And the end comes when AJ goes for a phenomenal forearm, but Theory pushes the ropes. AJ takes advantage and then is able to land the phenomenal forearm, and then AJ Styles gets the pinfall victory. So here are 2 questions. First, what is next for AJ Styles after beating Austin Theory? And my second question is, now that Theory has lost to AJ Styles, what will Vince McMahon do? Who wants to go first?
I'll start. So maybe he'll give Austin Theory a really low number in the Royal Rumble match.
That's a good theory. Oh, cliche.
Maybe like number 6. Just like when Johnny Gargano entered the Royal Rumble, he was number 6 too.
Okay. And then what do you think will happen with AJ Styles this upcoming year? Or maybe maybe to WrestleMania. What do you think is going to happen with him?
I see him winning the Royal Rumble match.
And
yeah, that's right. He was his pick.
That's right. I forgot. That's right.
We're playing Raw right now.
That's okay. That's all right, my man. We are, for those who aren't listening, we're kind of doing this out of order. We recorded the Royal Rumble prediction episode earlier because I thought that was very important to get out. We're recording this right after, so, you know, we've already discussed these in the episode prior. So you might hear some spoiler alert, but so you can still check it out in the archives. Go ahead, Carlos. Sorry, guys. Or Dan, or whoever was talking. I think it was Dan.
No, it was Carlos, but, I mean, it's kind of my turn anyways. I definitely do see what Carlos is saying. It's possible they could do that. If they were to do that, though, that would just be, like very predictable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's WWE. It's not like, oh, never, like, not like we've ever seen this before. It's not. I mean, if you guys remember, like, back in 2016 when Roman was feuding with, like, the Authority and all that, they did that with Roman giving him number 1. It's not like we've never seen it before, so it's a very big possibility.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with AJ Styles, I would love to see him win the Rumble. I would absolutely. I don't care if I lose the point on that. I love him very much, as we already all know that. I just don't see it happening. I mean, I don't know. The thing with him and Omos hasn't really done anything yet. I don't want to see it, honestly, but nothing's really happened with that yet, so we don't know. It really depends on what happens tonight.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I said this to you guys off air. I have a feeling that Vince McMahon. Well, no, I said this in the Royal Rumble prediction. You just watch that and you'll hear my thought. We'll listen to that. I don't know what's next for AJ. I really don't know. I hope he gets, booked well, but lately WWE has not been booking him well at all. But okay, we are going to take a quick commercial break and we will be right back as we cover Maryse's birthday celebration. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Anthony from World of WWE, a WWE podcast. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. 1, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Okay, welcome back. Yes, definitely check out Anchor. And also, this is my moment where I tell you where you can find us and listen to us. Check us out wherever podcasts are streaming, including places like Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and like I said, pretty much everywhere podcasts are streaming. Like and subscribe to us. Also, check us out on YouTube. Search the World of WWE podcast. And when you find us, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when new content is created. I just got a notification about our Royal Rumble episode dropping earlier on in the day, which was cool. Also, there's all kind of new content on there. And make sure you leave a comment because we do like to hear your thoughts too. And yeah, everything else will be in the description. You can find us, on Instagram, Facebook. That will all be in the description. Okay, moving on. So we now get ready for the interview between Becky Lynch and Doudrop. And Becky starts off and she says, Doudrop has idolized Becky, since across the pond, and Becky paved the way for Doudrop. She goes, why would I choose someone like Doudrop? It's maybe because Becky is confident. Doudrop says, you picked me because you're desperate. Becky thinks it will be an easy victory. The only thing that will be easy is Doudrop breaking Becky's ribs. So then Becky says Doudrop should have danked her. Did I say thanked?
You mean thanked?
Danked. I sound like I'm speaking Irish. Becky says that Doudrop should have thanked her and tells her that you're in a rude awakening at the Royal Rumble. And then Doudrop says that Becky is no goat. She's a sad little lamb ready for a slaughter. And then Becky just says that Doudrop is a placeholder. And then, Becky continues to talk trash. And then Doudrop leaves and attacks Becky inside the backstage area, and the two brawl. So my question is, who do you think has the bigger advantage at the Royal Rumble between Becky Lynch and Doudrop? After hearing the interview.
So I was really impressed by the interview. I think I expressed how I wasn't really interested in this match at first, but Doudrop impressed me too. She found her and like put her through a wall or something.
I think they brawled into like a wall. I don't know. They were just fighting.
I didn't really care for it. I thought they could have done a lot better. I think it should have just been Becky talking because I don't really care anything about Doudrop. She doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, I hate her.
Yeah, sure. I'm a hater.
Do
He
you,
doesn't
do you
like
think it's
Nia
just
Jax. He doesn't like any of the bigger girls. He's a hater.
You suck.
It's true. Am I lying?
Sure.
I bet you didn't like Karma either.
I mean,
Yeah,
she only
it's
had
like,
like
is it
2 matches.
Dan, is it like the character that you don't like, or is it just her? As
I don't know. Like, she doesn't do anything for me. Like, she's not out there. I mean, she's a good wrestler. I'm not gonna say she's not, but she doesn't stick out. She's just like a plain women's wrestler, in my opinion. She doesn't do anything. But I mean, I guess maybe she might put up a little bit of. I don't know. She didn't really make me believe that she's gonna do anything. I don't know.
Okay, so for me, I'm excited to see Dewdrop make Dan eat his words, and the champion is going to end up loving her after tonight. But
yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
I think I'm excited for this because the thing with WWE is that they don't talk about anything that has happened outside of WWE. And it is true. Dewdrop really, like I said before, she's from Scotland. Becky Lynch is from Ireland. They're not too far away from each other. And I think that the idea of these two, of Dewdrop trying to be like Becky Lynch is interesting because it's kind of true. A lot of people from Ireland don't make it in the States. There's people like Finn Balor, Sheamus, Becky Lynch. There's a few. So, she did kind of pave the way for Dewdrop to come into the States and go on NXT UK. So I think that that's interesting. Yeah, I guess, I think Becky has more of an advantage right now because she's, beaten Bianca Belair, she's beaten Charlotte Flair, she's beaten Sasha Banks, she's beaten Liv Morgan, and I think that Dewdrop might be added. Well, I don't think she will be added to that list. All right. Next, we have...
Just putting it out there, Sasha Banks has defeated her too.
True. Yeah, she has. But we talked about this with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. That was what, like 2015? In what year?
It was this year, actually. Last year, actually.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Last year's an afterthought. Just like Roman Reigns said, water under the bridge. Okay. So, moving on. Up next, we have the Street Profits taking on the Mysterios. And this is a pretty decent match. Dominic planches Angelo Dawkins outside. Montez Ford lands a huge plancha outside of the ring. And then Ford nails a sky high on Rey Mysterio. But Rey Mysterio rose up Montez Ford to get the win. After the match, Dominic tries to toss Rey Mysterio over the top rope. But Rey Hurricane Rana's Dominic outside of the ring. And then Montez Ford tosses out Rey. Dawkins tosses out Ford, and then the Dirty Dogs run down, then they toss out Angelo Dawkins, and then Mysterios and Street Profits end up teaming up together to toss the Dirty Dogs over the top rope. So there's just a lot of fucking people going over the top rope, but my question is even really
a lot of fighting.
Yeah, it wasn't even really about the match, but here's my question. Do you guys think Rey Mysterio will have a special moment in this Royal Rumble match? He's the cover.
I mean, he should. He is the cover of WWE 2K22.
Yeah.
But, what do I know?
How about you, Carlos?
For the Mysterios match?
Yeah, like, do you think Rey Mysterio will have a special moment in this year's Royal Rumble match?
I think Dominic's gonna have a special moment eliminating his father.
Ooh, okay.
I want to see that.
Okay. Yeah.
Apparently, Rey Mysterio said on the bump, I think a couple days ago, that if Dominic eliminates him, he's taking away his car keys for a month.
That's funny.
Yeah, that totally matters to us.
No, I'm just saying. Jeez.
I'm just saying, yeah, that totally matters to us if he gets his car keys taken away. And plus, it sounds like a jealous kind of parent thing to do. Like, oh, my son did this.
Your son's like 20. Your son's like 25 years old. You can take away his car keys.
Yep.
Oh my God! What you should say is that if my son throws me over the top rope, he better to face his pop. Get ready to face his papa on SmackDown. It's Poppy. Okay.
Is his papi.
So we're at our last segment of the night, Maryse's birthday celebration, and the Miz comes down, and there is a huge cake. There's a bunch of.
It wasn't a huge cake. It was pretty small.
Oh, but you know what I mean. It was like a 3-layer top tier. It was like a nice cake, right? Maryse comes down to the ring, looking fucking boom, shucky ducky quack.
Shuggy ducky clack clack.
And so he opens the first gift, and it's a portrait of Ms. Maryse, sort of like old school, like 1700s style. It looks silly. He then also gives Maryse a clutch purse. And then he says, well, there's this huge box. And he goes, well, I didn't know, I thought this gift was from you to me. And Maryse is like, I thought this was from, your gift to me. And they act a little nervous. And then they end up opening the box. And it's a brick inside there, the brick that Maryse used to hit Beth Phoenix with last week. Ha, ha, ha.
That was stupid.
That was funny as fuck. Beth Phoenix got dropped. Anyways. By my girl. Anyways, Edge and Beth Phoenix come down upset, and they basically take out security. They trash the ring and the gifts. They land a heart attack on security, and they 3D a security member through the cake and through the table. Miz and Maryse are upset to end.
Maryse looked really shook. Insane.
So my question for you guys is, did Edge and Beth Phoenix prove that Miz and Maryse need to back off? Or do you think Miz and Maryse they have something up their sleeve for the Royal Rumble?
I think they got something up their sleeve.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. All right. Well, why don't we quickly just go over our favorite moment?
And by the way, Beth really needs to stop that freaking hairdo that she's been doing. That looks horrible.
Yeah, it's really bad looking.
She needs to stop doing that hair. That's really nice, guys.
I don't care. She used to look great in the ring. That hairstyle, ugh, no, God, no.
He said, God, no.
So, what was our favorite moment of the night? And I'll start with Le Champion, since he is defending the title tonight and that he's going to lose.
That's a
triple
tough
threat
one.
match.
That is a tough one, but
Carlos said triple threat. Latino Heat.
I don't really have one, honestly. I thought it was all crap.
Oh.
I thought it was a shitty way to go in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, you really hate Monday Night Raw.
I do. I think Raw sucks lately.
He's like, yeah, I think everything sucked. Well, I thought the spelling bee was my favorite part.
And okay, Carlos, I'm sorry. What was your favorite part?
The spelling bee.
The academic decathlon.
Yeah.
For me, my favorite part.
And the AJ Styles and Austin Theory match.
Okay, that was a good match.
Actually, you know what? All right, if I have to pick one good thing out of the show, fine. I'll go with the Austin Theory versus AJ Styles match. That wasn't complete shit.
Okay, cool. For me, I'm going to have to go with, and this is going to be a surprise, a Dewdrop and Becky Lynch interview, just because, again, I think it gave more story and more depth to the Royal Rumble match than any other story going into it so far, in my opinion, aside from, well, all of them had good. No, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns have the better storyline, but
we're talking about Raw.
Yeah, we're talking about Raw. Yes, exactly. So I think,
I think you're the only one that's like really truly invested in that match.
Because I just have a feeling that they're going to, because Becky Lynch just makes everybody look good, and every person every person I think that she's gonna have lose or make them look bad, she does make them look good. I mean, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. Why would you want to fight someone who makes you look like you can't do it in the ring?
Liv Morgan carried Becky Lynch those whole matches that they were fighting.
Well, she lost every match.
But she pretty much she dominated. Even though she lost, she pretty much dominated the match.
So I have a question for you. If you order home movers, they carry your luggage. They're not important. They carry the luggage and then they leave. The person who owns the house is the one that matters.
And they carried up the luggage.
So
Something I
what?
didn't have to do.
They still don't. I mean, they carry the luggage, but what does that mean? They make the money and then they leave, and then they might hire.
I don't get what you're trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is that they're dispensable. Becky Lynch is big time Bex. Liv Morgan is Liv Morgan.
Dispensable? Oh my god! Wow.
When it comes
That's
to
fucked
Becky,
up, man.
listen, even Sasha
That's
Banks when
fucked
it
up.
comes to Becky.
That is fucked up.
That is fucked up.
It is. You just called Liv Morgan. Wow. There's nicer ways of saying it, man. Come
And
on.
here's the thing: Liv Morgan is one of the best female.
Oh, now you want to praise her, huh?
No, she's the best. One of the best female wrestlers on the
I pray she listens
roster.
to this shit.
She's the best female wrestler.
Liv Morgan, please listen to this.
She's the best female wrestler on the Raw roster right now. But even so, with that, she still isn't comparable to big time Bex.
Wow.
So okay, but I guess we're just really riled up and excited for Royal Rumble.
No, you're just disrespecting someone right
I'm
now.
slowly losing my mind as we go. By the way, can we just talk about a moment that happened that Carlos actually sent to me? What was it? It was like
Oh, can I say it? Can I say it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So while Zelina Vega was coming out to the ring, there was this fan that had no chill whatsoever, and he was holding a sign up which said, "Hold on, let me pull it up right now."
No chill whatsoever.
No chill. Hold on. Oh, it's right here. It said, "Queen Zelina, use my face as your throne."
Oh my.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious? And I can see the guy who's really smiling.
That I think is a little disturbing.
Come on, stop. You know you would do that.
Listen,
it's a little disturbing.
Listen, I wouldn't be telling the whole entire. I mean, I wouldn't be telling the whole entire.
Yeah, right. Stop, man.
What?
Strong.
Listen, I respect my queen, so I'm not going
Do you?
negatively of
Do you?
our royal queen Zelina. So
Eyeballs emoji.
La Reina.
All right. Sure.
Carlos, can you
Yeah,
roll your tongue?
Okay, Aunt. Okay.
Carlos, can you roll your tongue?
Roll my tongue?
Like like when they like I can't do it. Like La Reina. La Reina. You know how they like how sometimes people
La Reina.
There you go. All right. That's the queen. Okay, so
And I was like, no, I respect my queen.
that is
I respect her.
I do respect.
I respect my queen. Oh yeah, when we're not.
Well, listen, I respect her. Here's the thing, guys. That was it for Monday Night Raw. That was the last lead up to Royal Rumble before SmackDown. I mean, the Royal Rumble was gonna be a good pay-per-view, but I don't really know much about this show. If it was a good starting point, but we're on the road to WrestleMania, and yeah, that is it. Be safe, y'all, and we will talk to y'all soon. Bye.